One. Welcome to the 2 Men in a Podcast, 2 Men in a Room podcast. It is a very tiring day for me, so we're gonna run this through as excitingly as possible. Well, we're definitely going to be on today. So it is July 20th of 2023. I want to say hello to everybody who has subscribed. We are up to about 26 subscribers. We do need to reach 50 though for our first contest. We will be giving away a super great prize. You'll be able to win it simply by subscribing. And then once we hit the 50 subscriber mark, we'll announce it in a video. Start commenting on that video and any future video. And then we will raffle off to see who wins the super great prize. So we're at 26. We need to get to 50. Tell all your friends, family, any homeless people you see who might have a phone because they're out there, you know. And then, hola a nuestra audiencia española. Yes, just simply hit the closed caption button and you can choose the type of language you'd like to watch the show in, and it will caption for your language that you choose. So, without further ado, I am Anthony from Orlando, and my wonderful co-host today.
My name is Vernell James. I'm also from Orlando. So let's get right on to this topic that I am so excited to talk about that has been spreading all over the news the last couple of days, the Carlee Russell situation. Allegedly, she was riding down a particular highway. She noticed a toddler with a shirt, pamper, and she really couldn't tell if the toddler was really wearing any shoes. So it's on everybody's social media. My thought is she came up with this big story, allegedly. She Googled taken. She looked up Amber Alert. She also came up with these other things that she Googled, and I guess she wanted to do. So, Anthony, I know how I feel about the situation. What are your thoughts on the situation?
Okay, so the rundown is she was in her car driving down the highway, saw her child walking down the highway, decided to stop for the child. Okay, and then she walked down the highway, I'm assuming, to get the child, and then what? Somebody grabbed her? Is what I read correctly?
Correctly. And they did find her cell phone. Her purse was allegedly her purse and some other items. Some guy came from out some bushes, grabbed her allegedly, and that's when everything came to a cease. Until a couple of days later, she allegedly got loose from the female and the male occupants and knocked on her family member door. And I just think this is a crazy situation. If, let's just say this is not true, which I think she just came up with this whole situation. I don't know if it's to gain publicity, to just be on the news, whatever her major theory is of why she did what she did. But, you know, she's wasting taxpayers' money. People is out, searching for her. Everybody's in an uproar because of what she did, especially if it's not true.
Well, from what I'm hearing and from the rundown you just gave me, there's a couple things that you got to kind of ask yourself. Were there any witnesses to this? If this is a highway in the United States, there's obviously a lot of traffic on most of the highways. So you have to ask yourself, did anybody else see the child before she appeared? Miss Russell? Did anybody see Miss Russell approach the child? Did anyone see the individual who grabbed Miss Russell? Did anyone see any vehicles appear? Did anyone see her vehicle on the side of the road? And so once you get answers to those questions, you can kind of figure out what's going on. From a report that I saw, the local sheriff said there was no immediate threat to the area, which I'm assuming they are also investigating where the child may or may not be, if the child was there or not, who these individuals were that dropped Miss Russell off at her residence, or maybe they dropped her off near the residence and she was able to walk home. So she was reported to be missing for 48 hours, if that is correct.
Yes. Fish and Trade allegedly had her.
Fish and Trey? What is that?
A female and a male.
Okay. We don't want to confuse any of the people out there.
Finally let her go. But if this is a major highway, so it would have been more than her stop on the side of the road for a toddler.
Right. I mean, you even have people stop for dogs that are running down the highway and everything and try to wrangle them. I've seen stories where cows are running down the highway and you usually have a few trucks that have to wrangle those cows up. So you think somebody else would have already had stopped if there was a child running down the highway or walking down the highway. So why was it only she, Miss Russell, that stopped?
It's imaginary friend or something. She in her own little world, in her own little bubble, she done came up with all this just to be famous, probably. But I think it's wrong. I feel like if it do come to where all this is a lie, she need to go to jail.
Well, certainly. Her parents were on the Today Show, just kind of explaining that she was still under it at the time, and just give her time to kind of explain everything. And I believe her boyfriend has come out on her side also, stating she was definitely kidnapped, and they want to know who did it. So I mean, she could be very traumatized from the whole situation.
I think she a trauma lie.
A trauma lie. That's
Yeah,
a new one. That's a new one I heard.
Because if there's no evidence, and they even say they found allegedly like $107 in a sock or something.
$107? That's very specific.
Yes.
I mean, okay, let's play devil's advocate for a minute. Let's say there was a bag on the side of the road she thought was a kid. She gets out, goes over to it. Everyone keeps driving by because they saw it wasn't a kid, so they knew not to even bother looking. And say it's like a highway that's straight, and then the edge of the highway kind of drops off. So maybe you don't see down in the grassy area. Maybe she goes down in the grassy area, gets kidnapped, car's still up there, phone's dropped. I mean, is it a possibility? Is it a possibility?
I get a child in a bag.
I mean, maybe she didn't have her glasses on at the time or something. I don't know.
She said it was a toddler around 4 or 5. The toddler had on a shirt with a pamper or pull-up, and she couldn't really tell if they had on shoes or not.
That's an interesting description. Okay.
Right.
Well, they'll
no missing report
okay. That answers that question. So no missing report of any children in this area missing?
No.
Okay. So I don't know. This one's going to be a mystery for a little bit, I guess.
I think she just wants attention. She's seeking attention for whatever reason. And, I hope the parents is not covering up for their child. If so, by all means, do what you got to do. But I think if it's come to the point where it's all a lie, she need to go to jail.
Right.
and they need to tell her in order to bond out, she need to go find the toddler that she's assuming that she had with her. Have the toddler to bond her out. So she
Gonna
can
have the baby walk in there. Like, I'm a baby. I'm here to get
right.
Carly out.
Right. Tell her
Where's
go
Carly?
find the toddler, and that's how you're gonna get bonded out, boo-boo. Because right now we're not buying it.
The only way we're letting you out is if we find this child.
Right. Find the child and let the little toddler, little baby toddler.
Oh, that should be the story for Taken 4. There we go. We'll put that into that movie.
Hey, I love Taken.
So she was looking at all this stuff. And
she Googled all that stuff. Yes.
That kind of reminds me of the Casey Anthony case, when Casey was like Googling how to put a baby to sleep and what do you do with a horrible smell in your car. And
I'm just thinking
that was not good for her.
She estimated the detectives, because they're gonna do their work thoroughly and diligently. So she underestimated. I just think they went on her personal phone or iPad or whatever she got, tablet or whatever, and she Googled all this stuff. So why are you Googling all this stuff if
right?
What's the point? What's the purpose in all this?
Okay, so let's say they find out she's guilty. They charge her with filing a false report, misuse of police time. I'm not sure what the exact charges are. Okay, so you're the judge in the case. A jury finds her guilty. How long does she go away for?
She going down. She going down. She going to get, if it's her first offense, she's going to, I'm going to take into consideration because she had people, worried. She had the whole entire community, wondering where she at, what's going on, not only in her community, but others' community outside, wherever she stay at. And she's cost taxpayers money. You have to pay for this kind of stuff. So I just think it to me, she need to get at least 60 days in jail and do a year probation.
Okay. And Mara Jade said there was money raised on a GoFundMe to search for her. So that money should just go back to the people that put it in there.
Right. Okay. So where is the money? If the money was raised, she returned home safely, they need to stop the GoFundMe, return it to whoever donated to this situation. Unless they're going to keep it for her lawyer or whatever. But
no, I don't think you can use that for any other resource other than the stated one in the GoFundMe account.
Well, child, they need to return them. They need to return the people their money, get it back. She don't need it. She's home safely. Get it back.
Yeah.
And I also think that people got to be mindful of when you do something like this, it takes a toll on a lot of people. And if something like this do happen for real, would people really, believe it? Because, she done set this tone to where, hey, I decided to Google all this and like it's a prank or something. No, you don't do this because life is serious. And this was a serious matter, and she had a lot of people rooting for her and looking for her and collecting money for her. So I just can't wait for the outcome to see what's going on with it.
We'll be waiting. This is the classic story of Don't Cry Wolf.
Well, she might well get ready to start crying because she need to go down.
It's going down.
She need to.
I'm gonna throw out, I think, 6 months to a year.
Well, I said, okay. Yeah, because she caused a lot of damage to a lot of people. If this
it wasn't an extended amount of time. So like there was one lady, I think out in California, who was missing for a month, then just magically walked out of the woods and tried to go home to her family. And everybody was like, well, wait a minute, we spent a month looking for you. We're going to definitely need restitution for the services. And I believe they actually tried to charge her for filing false reports and stuff like that. So it was 2 days. Perhaps it was a TikTok prank gone wrong. So maybe 6 months to a year. She
I
gets
get
out in 3 months with good behavior.
she gonna tell a little story. There was a little toddler.
There was that walked down the road.
Right.
All right. So we'll have to stay tuned and see what happens with that story. And then in our next topic, so I was watching Netflix the other day, and an interesting show popped up called The Social Dilemma. And it really tried to explain how artificial intelligence is already here. It's already consuming everything you do. And the purpose of it was to try to predict what you were going to do next. And the better that it could predict it, the more it could figure out what you're interested in and how to sell the information to make money from companies that want to sell advertising, companies that want to match you for dating reasons and everything, and companies that want to like gyms that want to bring you memberships and everything. So it was really fascinating. There were a lot of former executives from tech companies that were on the forum and were talking about it. And it's crazy because we're kind of doing the same thing. We're kind of hoping people watch us, pay attention to us. There's a term in the industry called engagement. If you're engaged with something, they were actually measuring how long you actually looked at a photo when you were going through your feed and you stop. They would measure how long you actually watched that to be able to predict if you liked it or didn't like it, and if it could show you more of it or could show you less of it. And it was really crazy. So it kind of brings up the fact, could we develop robots who could be friends and be able to kind of predict what you like to do and be resourceful enough to know when you get home, what you like, what lighting to turn on, things of that nature. You could have an automated house where you walk in, your lights flow as you walk through to your bedroom, come back, your refrigerator comes on, tells you hello. What would you like to eat tonight? So, what do you think of all this AI technology coming into our world and how it can make our world better, or as Westworld puts it, make our world even worse?
Child, they're gonna make the world worse. I, for one, I'm not studying no AI intelligence, no robot, no nothing. Let me do me. I don't need no one turning on the light for me. I don't need no one cooking for me. Why would someone want a robot to cook for them and do this for them and do that for them? No, that to me, that's handicapping people. It just gonna make people lazy. What did Landy Boatwright say?
He says, "I love that Versace shirt."
Well, thank you, boo. You know how I roll at times. Should I buy you one?
But this is part of AI also. We'll watch now, Landy and Jazzy J. See if your phones start pulling up Versace ads. Assuming that you spoke about it, you may want to get a shirt from them for yourself. And it just kind of feeds into the what will you do next, so we can figure it out and make everything better.
See, I just think that's crazy because I don't know. I'm old school, so I'm used to doing everything on my own. I don't need to come home to a robot.
Right. But
it's not a human.
You come home to your phone, right? You check your phone when you get home, and
that's okay. It's called entertainment. That's what the phone is for, entertainment, right?
That's one of the biggest resources of AI right there.
I don't care.
Watching you, listening to you, finding out what you are.
No,
who you are.
For a robot? Come on.
Yeah, it's a robot.
No, don't nobody want that.
And what was scary was some of them were saying that, there weren't even real executives looking at all the information. The information was just getting entered into more computers and bigger computers. And the computers were really almost running the company.
Child, they need to let it go. Because they going to handicap a lot of people.
How so?
Because some people are already lazy and don't want to do nothing. To have a robot to do it for you, that's just going to make it worse.
Right. You just earn credits every
people
month.
Sitting around here eating potato chips, honey buns,
Right.
because the robot can do everything for them. No, it's making people lazy. Don't have time for that.
You simply watch videos every day of folks like us, and you get credits each month. And then you can use those credits to buy wonderful things from Amazon and your local store through Shipped. And what was the one you talked about? Shein.
Yeah.
And you can just get that stuff delivered to your house. And the automatic truck will deliver it, and the robot will bring it to your door.
No, don't.
The robot inside will make dinner for you.
So what if somebody get toasted from the club, and then the first thing they do is get scared because they forgot they even had a robot even in their house? They thinking it's a human being,
What are you going to do? You going to shoot the robot? You just get a new robot. That's better.
Don't scare you. It's just like, let some things be.
Man attacks robot with frozen pork chop.
It's crazy. They already coming out with a stupid flying car. It's what they're going to do, create a lane.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you get drunk and you're at the club and you just order up the car and the car drives itself, so you never get a DUI.
Child, please. That's foolishness.
That's the way it could be.
That's the way it's going to be in the near future.
Right.
But I don't want to experience none of that.
Imagine you're at the club. You see a person down the bar. You think, I'm going to go talk to them. You start talking to them.
Talk to who?
They already know exactly everything about you.
No. Why would you want to talk to a robot? What kind of conversation you two finna have?
You can have a conversation that you like to talk about.
No, I need a real
individual. Boating. They're going to know the horsepower on a 20-foot, bass boat and stuff that you like.
Let's just let me get in my car, crank it up, and go on about my business. To sit there and have a whole conversation with a robot, that's foolishness. Don't nobody care about it.
Landy agrees. I would love for something to do my house cleaning and cooking for me. I just don't trust that they will do it as good as I do.
Miss Thane, you just feel like you that grand diva and just want things done. This my best friend. He already be trying to hire a cleaning company to clean his house, and he just got a 1-bedroom. It's like, clean your 1-bedroom. If you feel like they're not doing good enough, just clean it yourself. Why would you hire somebody for a 1-bedroom?
So imagine this. You walk into Gucci, you approach the individual behind the counter. He automatically knows your name. Hello, Jazzy J. How are you today?
Isn't that scary?
No, it's not scary. It's good customer service. It's the same thing if you had been going there for 20 years and they knew your name.
I want to walk in the store and say, hey, how can I help you? How was your day today? I don't need nobody as soon as I walk in the door know my name. No.
And then they say, we have this wonderful yellow polo that just came in and it's on sale. I can get you a discount of 20% off. Would you like to try and see it?
No.
Try it on?
No. I just tell a robot to get out my face.
It's great customer service. Who wouldn't want that?
Humans can have great customer service.
No.
Yes.
You got to go shopping where I'm shopping because they're lacking a little on the whole customer service.
Anytime you go to Chick-fil-A, they have great customer service.
I will give you that. Chick-fil-A, you are the tops with the customer service. And
I love Chick-fil-A. Customer service is great. Maybe other people need to take heed to that restaurant or fast food chain, whatever you want to consider it, and take notes because they have great customer service.
going to be a little scary, Mary Jade says.
Yes, it is, Mary J. I don't know. We gonna see. I'm 50. Oh Lord, going on 52, I think.
Don't worry, the young people will embrace it and love it, and it will.
It's gonna make
go well beyond anything we have.
Okay,
now.
the young, some. I'm not gonna say all. I don't want to offend nobody, but some young generation are already lazy and don't want to work.
Right. So this kind of helps the process.
Worse. It's gonna make it worse.
No, I don't have to see that young bum standing at the store when I'm trying to buy a pair of boxers or something. Now I can deal with someone who knows what they're talking about, knows what I like, and can maybe get me a discount right away.
Oh Lord. So is this all about a discount for you?
This is primarily a good discount for me.
Oh gosh, no. Don't worry about the discount.
Listen, I never pay full price for anything. So
well, just go on to clearance. Go on clearance.
All right, we'll go to clearance, and they can go through clearance a lot quicker and tell me what I like.
Oh Lord, you don't even know what you like half of the time.
I'm very simple. I buy very simple stuff. If it's a brand I've already worn, I'm definitely buying it again.
I need for you to step outside your comfort zone and try new things.
We'll try some new stuff.
It's more colors out there than black and brown and gray and navy blue.
And blue, yes.
I love my blue. Spice it up a little,
Love my blue. Maybe we'll try red, because that red looks very good on you.
Well, thank you.
So we'll maybe try red. We'll see what we can do with
and you may like it. You got to check. You never know until you try it.
Now, see, if I walk in the house with a red shirt on and I have a lovely Miss, we'll call her Miss Johnson, robot, who cooks, cleans for me, does a wonderful job with drapes, dishes are done, and says, Anthony, welcome home. You look very lovely in that red shirt. Did you just buy it? Well, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful to come home to.
To tell you that.
What?
Your girlfriend or future wife could tell you that. You don't need a robot to tell you that.
Miss Johnson. She takes care of everything.
No, you don't need a Miss Johnson. You need a Miss Johnson, yes, but a human being. Right. That's it. That's all.
Takes care of everything.
No.
Make sure all my appointments are all set up, calls who I have to, faxes paperwork where it needs to go.
So now it's making you lazy.
No, it gives me more time to do other stuff.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Develop new ideas. Come up with the next Academy Award winning script for a movie.
You stressing me out. That's what you doing. You stressing me out. Because this robot thing, this AI thing, just let it go, Anthony. Just let it go.
It's going to be coming in. It's going to be great.
It's coming in, but I don't think it's going to be great.
Unless it goes Terminator or Matrix, we'll be all right.
If you say so. I'm not with all that. Let me do me. How you gonna sit comfortable next to a robot and eat potato chips and watch a movie or popcorn or whatever? Come on, that's crazy to me.
No.
It's not your love companion.
Well, if you see it as not a machine or computer, there's actually a test called let me get this right. The Turing test, which is put on people to interact with an artificial intelligence and then try to decide whether they're talking to a machine or a human. Named for
between a human and a machine.
The test was named after Alan Turing, who came up with one of the first computers.
Just let it go. Just let it go.
It could be, it's certainly a lot better than what we have going on now, which leads into my next topic. A lot of things called situationships, ethically non-monogamous, polyamorous relationships. So we've had a few stories in the news recently. One of the big ones was the Jonah Hill story, where Jonah was trying to tell his girlfriend that she shouldn't be putting up flashy photos or hanging out with a bunch of guys. And she kind of took it as, well, you're trying to control me and you're trying to tell me what to do and all that stuff. And then a recent story was BB Rexall. She and her boyfriend were getting into it over text that he thought she had put on a little too much weight and was telling her that she needed to lose weight. Not very tactfully. And she kind of posted up the screenshots of the text messages to let everybody know what he really thought of her. So is there a good way to deal with this? I mean, could AI robots be able to just say, hey, so I signed us up for a training course at the YMCA because I think it'll be exciting, rather than saying, hey, you put on 35 pounds, you need to get into the gym and lose that damn weight.
No, why gotta be AI? It was her boyfriend.
Right.
Told her this, right?
Right.
I feel like it's a way to say certain things to individuals, because some people have low self-esteem. So you just can't go and say, oh, you don't put on weight. It's a way to say things like, yes, if it's your best friend, you should be able to say, if it's your lover or whatever it is to you, your companion, you should be able to say, babe, you know, you put on a little weight. Are you comfortable with this? You know, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, get to know the story first. What Linda said.
If you had a robot, it would remember your age. See, robots are doing great things like that kind of stuff.
You know, that comes with age. Landon, please don't let me start with you.
And then for that boyfriend that she has right now, some people have blow-up dolls that they get attached to. What's the difference?
The difference is don't nobody want no blow-up doll. People want the real thing around here. I mean, I can't wait to have this conversation with Landon. We're going to bring Landon on the next podcast.
We might have to include him. He's coming up with some good stuff here.
I just think you have to be careful how you tell people about about their flaws.
It's about
take it lightly, like others, because some people do have low self-esteem. I'm pretty sure I done been called everything in the book, but I do not care. I'm gonna love me. If you like me, I need for you to accept me for me and my flaws. And it's gonna be vice versa. But it's a way to say everything. And I just feel like if she gained weight, that still shouldn't stop him from loving her.
Well,
the way he's supposed to love her.
I'll stick up for her in this case. She is on tour right now. She was actually just in Orlando a couple weeks ago. Sorry, I missed the show. So there is a tactfulness, but I think some of this stuff does kind of need to be said. If you're not with someone that you appreciate, you're gonna kind of just let stuff slide. And maybe he wasn't the best at saying it, but like in Jonah's case, yeah, if she was putting up photos of her in very risque outfits or hanging out with a bunch of dudes, which is what he is alleging, because that story had happened about a year ago. Her Instagram does look clean now, but you need to kind of tackle these type of issues in relationships so that you want to be truthful with the person you're with, but like you say, there might be easier ways to do it, but you got to let them know.
Yeah, you got to let them know, but it's a way of handling the situation and a way to say things to the individual. Yes, if you're in a relationship with someone, you should be able to speak the truth no matter what, right? And that shouldn't be offended. But it's a way to say everything. Just don't come up to me and say, oh, you fat. Because I could hurt someone's, use me as an example. That could hurt my feelings, right?
Right.
You don't know what kind of day I done had. You don't know if somebody done talked about me and I heard about it. And then here you is done gyrated in the kitchen talking about I'm fat, I done gained weight or whatever the case may be. It's a way to say things to people. First of all, sit that individual down. Say, babe, what's going on? I noticed you gained weight. You okay? I mean, is there something I can help you with?
Walk up to him with a bag of cookies, be like, you want another one, Chubbs?
No, you don't do that. See, I just think I always take people into consideration because I don't know what kind of day they have, and I don't know what they've been through. So I be careful of how I approach people and what I say to people.
Right.
You have some people that's strong, and you have some people that's very weak. And you have some people that's a leader, and some people that a follower. So I just think you should be very careful of what you say to people, especially when it comes to their looks, their weight, because people do have, low self-esteem,
So say you're with somebody, you're bringing this up, you're being very tactful, and they're just being very confrontational, saying, like, what do you think? What's wrong with me? You think I'm fat? Oh, you love this gigolo last night? What? What you talking about? Now you want me to go to gym? You going to pay for that gym? So if that is happening and you're going through those kind of confrontations, do you think counseling is a good way to do it? Do you think maybe an outside source telling the person some of their flaws would help it?
This just this just me. Mm-hmm. I love to say that I personally don't need a counselor to tell me what's going on in my life. I know what's going on in my life. I know what I need to do to fix it. I'm not going to go pay for a counselor. I'd rather just go to like Landy. He going to tell me the truth. We talk about a lot. Me and him are good jelly beans. That means we best friends. So we should be able to go to one another and say, hey, this is what I've been going through. What you think? So, I mean, kudos to those that go to counselors and all these different people, That's just not me. I just think, I have a best friend. That's what my best friend is for. That's what my family is for. And sometimes I could go to you, because we good friends. And,
right.
I get your thought, and I express myself to you or to my best friend or to a family member. I'm going to listen to them first and say, okay, you know what? I feel a little better. Or, yeah, they right. Let me do this. But I just think to go and waste all this money on a counselor, I mean, some people believe in it and some people don't. I just don't.
But sometimes you may have issues you don't really want to talk to your friends about.
Oh, child, I ain't go to no counselor and talk to them about it.
Like the whole Adam 22 situation. Well, I won't get into right now. But you kind of want to have that outside source that doesn't have any skin in the game, and they can kind of seeing it through other relationships can kind of better navigate you through the waters of trouble, and may have better advice to give you.
No, my best friend, we're going to keep it 100 with one another. Trust me. And we could go to one another, that's my ace coon boom. That's my little jelly bean. That's my little tootsie roll. We just going to tell it like it is. We're going to beat up for one another. And
now, what if the problem's with him?
Huh?
What if the problem's with him?
I'm going to tell him he's the problem.
See, there we go.
Like, okay, now that you mentioned that, okay, we met in 6th grade, right? No, right. 7th grade. So when we got into high school, we was good friends. He was into church, and I used to put down a piece of cussing. Oh, every other word was a cuss word. He told me in order for me to be his friend, I had to stop cursing. Mm-hmm. Right?
Right.
So I was like, oh, child, please, here you go. But I stopped cursing because I wanted to be his friend, and I respected what he was. He was a Christian, and I'm not gonna take that from him because I'm your true friend. So I stopped cursing, and right now today I still don't curse.
Well, that's very good.
Yeah. So
counselor would have got it done too, but yeah.
Huh? What
counseling would have got it done too.
Okay, what would the counselor have said?
they would have had the classic swear jar. So every time you swear, you put $1 in it, and then you're either gonna have a lot of money to buy something, or you're gonna learn not to swear and wait. You'd be waiting for that money.
Oh, child, I'm not a child. I don't need no jar.
Counseling. Yeah.
It's just like who stole the cookie out the cookie jar. Come on. No.
I mean, you do have some situationships that actually end well. The marriage of Joe Manganiello and Sofia Vergara is ending. Sad to say. There was a prenup, so everything should go pretty smoothly. They don't have any children together, which was actually one of the reasons for them breaking up, was that he wanted children and she didn't. So that was very interesting, but they're going to do it very amicably, and it should be very quick and smooth. So sometimes these relationships don't always work, which, hopefully counseling was involved in there.
How long they was in a relationship?
Oh, they were together for, I want to say, like 5 years or around that time.
So they did not talk about this when they first met? Because certain things you just got to go and get out the way.
Yeah, but she could have said, she was open to it when they first met, and now you're 5 years older, and you think to yourself, well, it's a dangerous pregnancy. I'm much older. I don't know if I'd be able to handle all that. I'd rather just live with him and just have a nice life.
Well, child, they should have thought about all that. They should have thought about all that 5 years ago. Child, let it go.
She changed her mind.
Well, she changed her mind, so hey, he got to go on with life. She got to go on with life.
Right.
And, maybe they could remain friends, but hey, it's just not going to work out,
But that's something he had to just come out and tell her.
Well, he told it. I mean, who was the problem? Him? Okay, you say it was her. She didn't want to have the kids, right?
Right. He went to a lawyer and sent in the divorce paperwork. So he initiated the divorce.
Child.
Yeah, he told her. He told her what was up.
And how old is he?
He's in his 50s, I want to say.
Child.
No, maybe 40s. Maybe 40s. Because he's got that graying beard now. That's supposed to be like, see, when men get older, men get very distinguished. When women get older, they get Botox. So that's the difference. His level, he's going to be doing all right. His level and trajectory is going up. Her trajectory may be going down. They may want a younger star in the next movie, and she may not get the next movie. So maybe she should have just kind of gave in on that and, maybe gave him a kid or two.
So you say he in his 50s, right?
He's got to be close to that, I want to say.
Child,
let me look at this.
It's too late. Let it go. You should have had that when you was in your 20s, 30s, and maybe early 40s. It's over. Just let it go. You don't win all this time without no child.
Joe Manganiello. Oh, he's 46 years old. He's not much older than me.
Oh, child, he's knocking on 50.
Yeah.
Okay, it's over. Let it go. You waited too long.
No, he didn't wait too long. I mean, look at Robert De Niro's in his 80s. He's having a kid. Al Pacino's in his 80s having a kid.
By the time the baby, a teenager, he'll be out of here.
Larry King had a kid in his 60s.
Please don't bring up him.
Yeah.
No,
so,
knocking on 50. No.
These men are finding younger women and having the families that they want. So I think you'd be okay. Don't worry, Joe. We'll be all right.
Leave Joe alone.
Yeah, Joe's gonna be okay.
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
I gotta start putting some grain in me and get a little distinguished like him. He's pretty good. He's looking pretty good with it.
Got to be yourself. Don't be like nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself. Look at me. It's over for me with hair. I got to go bald.
Oh no.
What?
You don't have to.
Who is finna go to Bosley and all these hair transplant to say, okay, I need some hair when it costs tens and thousands of dollars? Come on.
There's a great place.
If you're going to accept me like this, it is what it is. I just stay single.
There's a great place. I have a friend who went to.
I'm
Had a
not.
wonderful time, wonderful experience. Said it was not all that much. And today he's doing better than ever.
Okay. And
Yeah.
and kudos to that individual
Right.
who did this, right?
Right.
Maybe they can afford it,
Right.
and I can't.
Okay.
So I'm just telling it like it is.
Love you for you.
Love me for me. I'm gonna love them for them, flaws and all. Because one thing about it, everybody have flaws, right?
Right. Right. Yeah. You
So
develop
it is
stuff.
what it is. We either gonna make this thing work or we gonna kick one another to the caboose.
But you can always change.
I'm not gonna change for nobody.
I mean, think in the future when you can just put on, a pair of glasses and it'll change your whole image.
Well, I can put on some glasses now.
And boom, there you go. See?
Okay, I'm finna be me. And I want you to be you.
Mm-hmm.
And that female accept you for who you are. It's
Mm-hmm.
one out there. It just take a little time.
We got somebody interested in this. Look at that. Send me his number. I sure miss my hair. I will get back to you on that one, Landy.
Girl, let it go, Landy. Just stressing me out. You know what? You just doing dumbos.
Mm-hmm.
You miss your hair, but it is what it is. You in your 50s as well. Let it go.
I'll send you a card.
Well, now if I win the lottery or something like that, then I got this extra money. I could just do whatever I want to do it. Then yeah, but I'm not going to make no payment. I'm not going to.
Ooh, you're gonna be a whole new person if you won that $1 million.
Yeah, there's like okay, I would do it then. But if I'm working hard for my money, and no, I just have to accept me from how I look and my baldness and all, and it's gonna be okay. I'm just keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just keeping it real. It's okay.
Right.
Until I get some money or whatever, then I may think about it. But right now, you got to accept me for my baldness and keep it pushing.
It's gonna be a whole new you if you get that money. from Jazzy J to Jazzy K.
Yeah, that's right. That's
whole
right.
New letter up on there.
No matter how much money I get, I will always remain the same.
Right.
I always remember that.
I'm gonna purely honest. I won't.
Yeah, I won't be able to keep up with you then.
Oh no, it'd be insane. Oh man. So, any more on that topic?
No more on that topic. That was a nice. Yeah.
Okay. So that's some good information for everyone to listen to, watch. We got some great comments from the people watching live. Thank you for that. If you're going to watch this on Rumble the next day, I'm going to be having that posted up. Be sure to subscribe on Rumble as well. We want to build both bases up pretty well. And then come over our YouTube channel and subscribe on YouTube.
Thank you to Landy Boatwright, and it was one more, right? That we
Mara Jade Skywalker.
Thank you to her. We greatly appreciate the both of you for your comments. Quote of the day: never judge a book by its cover. I think you should get to know the individual before you judge them. Anthony and myself would like to say thank you for listening, tuning in. Tell a friend, tell a coworker, tell a family member, and don't forget, when we get to 50 subscribers, we'll be giving away a very, very nice gift. You want to stay tuned to that. Once we get to our 50 subscribers, that will be happening, and hopefully it's very, very soon. Thank you to all that's watching, and good night.
Right. And also, if you want to drop in any questions about us, we will be doing an upcoming segment called Know Your Podcasters. So feel free to drop it in the comments section, or I will be posting an email at the descriptions box that you can send any questions there. And once we get enough, we'll do a topic so you can get to know who we are and what we do. So anything else?
That'll be it. Thank you.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.